Breaking news, the U.S. Supreme Court bars judicial review of revoked visa petitions. Meaning what? It simply means that once your visa petition has been revoked, you cannot go to federal court to get them to review the decision of a U.S. immigration agency. Why? Because that decision is discretionary. Okay? Let me talk about the case. This case really has been pending for a very long time. This is a case where a lady applies for a I-130 petition based on marriage in order to petition for the spouse. The petition was approved. However, 2 years later, she received a USCIS notice of intent to revoke the approved petition. Of course, she denies those allegations, those fraudulent allegations. However, USCIS maintained the decision. Then she goes to appeal. Then she goes to federal district court. Then she goes to the U.S. Supreme Court. But still, the decision has been maintained. What happened was when she received the I-130 approval letter, 2 years later, USCIS found out that the husband in question had previously filed a visa petition based on marriage, and that visa petition was denied based on fraud, known as fraudulent marriage, known as sham marriage. And because the previous petition was denied based on fraud, any subsequent petition has to be denied as well. That's just statutory. It's just law, right? If you've been denied a visa petition based on fraudulent marriage, okay, based on not just simple fraud, fraudulent marriage, sham marriage, any subsequent petition has to be denied as well, even if the subsequent petition is a valid petition, even if it's a good marriage, it still has to be denied because of the previous fraud. Why? Because when it comes to fraudulent marriage, sham marriage, there's a permanent bar that is attached to it. You cannot waive it. There's no waiver available for it. As a matter of fact, there are 3 immigration offenses where waivers are not available once the decision is final, of course. When it comes to fraudulent marriage, sham marriage, when it comes to frivolous asylum claim, that's why I keep telling people, if you don't have a valid asylum application to file, don't do it. Don't just file some type of BS application, because once it has been determined that it's fraud or frivolous, basically you will not be able to do anything else in this country, nothing at all. There's a permanent bar. And the third thing is falsely claiming U.S. citizenship on your application, either for a job or anything. Once the decision is final, you went all the way to appeal and the decision is final, there's nothing you can do that will change that permanent bar, okay? So yeah, the lady really, she filed I-130. I-130 was approved, and 2 years later, notice of intent to revoke. It was revoked because they find out that the husband had previously been in a marriage that was deemed fraudulent. It was a sham marriage. That's why this new petition has to be revoked, even if it was given to her by mistake. It has to be revoked, and they went ahead and revoked it because they find good cause and sufficient evidence, and they revoked it. She went to appeal and did not work, and she went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court clearly says that the decision was discretionary, and the other federal courts are barred from reviewing those type of petitions. If something has been revoked, a visa petition has been revoked, the court has no authority to go and review a discretionary decision of an agency. So that's why they cannot do anything about this case. So basically, the decision of immigration, USCIS, has been maintained. Moral of the story is this: when you file a case with USCIS and USCIS asks you for evidence. You have to supplement your case with extensive evidence, especially when it comes to marriage, to show that the marriage is a good faith marriage into in good faith with the intent to stay married, not to run away later. So once you prove them by preponderance of evidence this is a good marriage, then they have no choice but to approve your petition. But when they start making allegations and you don't have a way to overcome those allegations, it's just gonna stay like that. And later on, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't get a federal court to review their decision. They cannot do it because it's discretionary. That's why you file a case with all the evidence and you seek guidance, really, in order for somebody who's qualified to help you out. Okay, and another moral of the story is just that those fraudulent marriage, just don't do it. First of all, it's a crime, and second of all, it's not going to lead to anything good, and you'll be barred from getting anything at all. So just don't do it. This is the breaking news of the day. This is December 10, 2024. Until next time, bye-bye.